Hello YouTube. Well, it's Saturday. It's the winter. I don't normally like working in the winter, but my dog ate my internet cable. Yeah, you heard that right. My dog ate my internet cable, and so I can't sit around and watch Motor Trend like I would normally do. So we're gonna try to get my old Ford in the shop because I'm bored, I guess. This is my 1980 Ford F100. I've been trying to get around to restoring it for like 10 years, and it just sits around a lot. And last time I tried to do anything with it, it had a lot of carburetor issues and stuff. But I'm feeling up to the challenge today. If we do get it running, there's a chance it won't run for very long. So I want to make sure it's going to move very easily. And if that's the case, we need to go ahead and start here with the spare tire that's hanging underneath the truck. So let's get some tools and see what we can do about that. All right, let's go. Okay, after further inspection, I have determined I don't think I need tools for this job. I think everything under here is so rusted. Excuse me, sorry about that. Everything's so rusted down here, I don't think tools would even be very helpful. So I think I'm just going to try to pull the weight out, which would be the tire, and then just put the rack back up as best I can, if I am even strong enough to get this off. Oh wow, okay. Cue time lapse for a second. Okay, time lapse over. Okay, that was really rusty. This truck was rust free when I got it 10 years ago. The Arizona truck. And then I took it to New Jersey like a fool. And then Alabama after that. So it did not fare well at all. Okay. Yeetus, deletus of the spare tire. Fisk edition. I know what a first edition is. I don't know what a Fisk edition is. Okay, that's out of the way for now. And then this should just like origami its way up onto this thing. This is bent from when I towed it into this little spot because I was in a hurry and I was impatient. Oh, I don't even know if this is gonna stay, guys. This is looking shifty to say the least. Okay, that is how we say in my native language, broken. Okay, yep, and I pulled the camera as I normally do. Okay, now we're opening up the truck. Looks like the weeds have grown through the truck. It's good for it. Adds character. Keys are still in it. Well, that's good. Let's see if we can bust the hood open and see the current state of affairs where I left it last. I mean, it's been sitting here for like, I don't even know how long. A year? 2 years? Don't know. Oh, I left the carburetor open. That was foolish of me. That's good for it, I am sure. Choke's not frozen. Ooh, throttle feels not good at all. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We're good. Did I have a battery for this truck or no? Questions that I have. enough. Gosh, vacuum lines everywhere. No wonder this thing runs like crap. Last time I drove it. Oof. Getting this thing started is going to be tough, I think. Just because the last time I tried it was so tough. Alright, see you in a sec. Okay, so I've got some fuel. I'm just going to place you guys right there. And we're going to see if we can get this old 300 straight 6 to come to life here. I got one of those California approved doodads on this gas can because I don't want to try to lift a 6-gallon one up here. I don't. Still, even a gallon's heavy. I am weak sauce. Okay, go on now. Oh, come on now, get out of there. California, this is not the way, I'm telling you. Everybody knows it. This is silly. Come on. Come on, 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 come on. Thank you, God, that was way too much. California, you've made me spill more on the ground now because of your stupid thing. I love you, but this is ridiculous. The chances of me pulling fuel out of that tank with that carburetor, I don't know. If I did find a battery, who knows about that thing as well. How much charge it has, I don't know. It's been sitting around for a while, so. Okay. Let's see. That's neutral. Key on. One pump to set the choke. Come on, truck. Oh, she tried. Oh, she tried. Actually, I think this is exactly what happened last time. I think I couldn't get it running long enough to do anything. I could just get it to do that. Okay, don't want to waste too much battery now. I also don't want to keep putting fuel down the carburetor. I might end up having to just run it off the can, I think. If I can't get it to pull from the tank pretty quick. I think we'll make a determination of three attempts for it to pull from the tank. Sorry. Jesus, that's too much. I'm getting so weak. Okay. Come on, truck. Okay. What was I up to last time I was doing this thing? Okay, maybe we should just run it off the can. Maybe not. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Truck. This truck. Have you ever seen the movie Christine? You know? The 57 Plymouth that kills people, and it was ridiculous. Yeah, well, this truck is the only truck I've ever met or been around that does have a personality. And it's been angry at me, and it's been pleased with me, and we have a love-hate relationship, I'd say. And right now, it's probably very upset with me due to the nature of things. Okay. I'm sure many of you commenters are going to say that I'm pouring this in the carburetor wrong and it needs to go down this tube or that tube or whatever, but listen, I'm a fuel injected girly, okay? Carburetors are not really my jam. Come, get in the little tubey. Come on now. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. I was just about to start a fire. That's what's going to happen here in a second. Yeah, if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to get tubes and things and try to run it off the jerry can, I think. Not a drop. Okay, I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, after some fiddling, we're going to try a trick that I've never tried before. Learned from watching too much TV. We have our fuel line coming up to the fuel jug, and it is uphill, which I don't know how well will work. You put this fuel line in the jug with a straight piece to keep it from curling up. Fill the jug with gasoline, and in theory, should be able to run on that. Let's see if it will. Oh yeah, I have to get more fuel in the cup to put in the carburetor. Okay, quick pause. Okay, hopefully a little more civilized this time. Oh yeah, it's dripping at the bottom of the carburetor. I don't know what's wrong with this carburetor, I just know that it's broken. It drips and leaks and does many bad things. So, let's just see if we can get it to run long enough to get fuel to the fuel filter. There it goes. Come on, sweetie. You can do it. She's smoking, but she's alive. You can do it, come on. Okay, well, let's get it in the shop, shall we? We gotta move some stuff around though, so see you all in a sec. Okay, we have a spot in the shop. Let's see if we can get this truck in there. This is really the difficult section. This thing has not moved in a long time. Now, I'm gonna guess, based on her attitude, she's not exactly willing right now to play the game. So let's see what we can do. Oh, there's a hammer in there. You know, I think I was using that hammer to hold the gas pedal down last time. I don't remember now, it was too long ago. This truck has the same smell no matter what. It sits for 2 years and mice live in it. It still smells like it always has. I am sorry about that noise, that must be terrible. Hold your ears, we gotta get it down. There we go, window down. Okay, 3 on the tree, 1984 truck. Let's do this. Oh, I don't know about the brakes. Oh, they feel okay, I guess. Kind of hard to tell though. Come on, come on, come on. Just keep pumping the gas, it'll be fine. Valve train, what's that? Who knows? I don't know. Oh, it smells horrible. Not the interior, but the actual engine. Don't want to hit my motorcycle. Come on. No, we lost it. Okay. That's all right. We'll just back down the hill and then turn the wheel so that way you guys aren't getting the shaky cam of death. Ugh. No power steering. All I gotta do is get it in there. Once we get it in there, then we can just push it around when it's on concrete. And it's a lot easier to deal with. Okay, let's just give it a shot. Okay. Complete. The journey of 5 feet. It's not straight though. I got to get that figured out, but I'll probably do that off camera so I can use all my hands and all my feet, because this is a whole body experience to move this thing, especially in its current state where I got to keep it running. Okay, let me straighten this thing out and we'll talk about it. I mean, I had a video on it a long time ago, but who knows what happened in that video. Okay, let me straighten it out so we can talk about it. Okay, so what have we learned today? We learned that this whole crazy thing that like everybody on Roadkill and all those crazy shows does, that thing works like really good. That's a really good trick. That is very effective. We learned that this thing is a nightmare. Let me give you a little bit of background on this truck. My step-grandma, her dad bought this truck new in Arizona in 1980. It's a stripper model truck. The little wheels, the little brakes, the little clutch, no power steering, no power brakes, 3 on the tree, manual window. It's got a radio. That's about it. And no slider glass. You know, it's really basic. Rubber floor mat truck, vinyl seats. I learned to drive in this truck when I was a kid in Arizona. It's been in the family since, you know, its whole life, you know, one form or another. Step grandma, but it's family. So I got it when I turned 20, and I just turned 30 earlier this year. So I've had this truck for 10 years, and I always wanted to fix it up. And back then it was an Arizona rust-free truck, and throughout its life of traveling with me all around the country, it's taken quite a beating, especially the metal. And it got to a point where once the cab corners went and this started in New Jersey, I knew that this was going to be a lot more work than I originally intended. So that put me off of getting started on it for so many years. And it's really getting to a point where I'd like to get started on it. So like, we're getting there. Support organic agriculture. My grandparents had a organic health food store once upon a time. Yeah, it's a 300 straight 6, 3 on the tree, mystery rear end. All I know is that it has a pinion seal leak. That's about all I know about that rear end. The brakes have been going out for 8 years or so. Panic stops is okay. Stopping at a stoplight and holding brake pressure is the problem. It's probably a brake master cylinder, I imagine, but yeah, so because it panic stops okay, I never felt the need to fix it. I did put in a fuel pump in it last time I tried to get it running. It needs a carburetor, like bad, like really bad. That carburetor is messed up. The tires on it are from 2001, legitimately date coded, 2001. They are so hard that they don't wear out anymore. They literally cannot wear any more than they already have. That's how old they are. Timberline, Dayton Timberline LT tires are probably like the most indestructible tire money can buy, because they're from 2001. This truck's never lived inside a day of its life. And I mean, yeah, they're dry cracked. Yeah, they're old, but they don't look any worse than like a 5-year-old tire. It's amazing. But anyway, yeah, still totally unsafe to drive on. The last time we drove it, somebody crossed over the old double yellow and caught my mirror, broke that in my face. That was fun. That was the last time it got driven. And it's had a checkered past in the last 5 years since I moved to California. Like, I caught somebody stealing it when I used to live in the city. They had it running, but they couldn't figure out the 3 on the tree. Confused them. And so caught them red-handed. They got away. They jumped in their other car and took off. So then I had to go ahead and take apart a lot of stuff. Took out the ignition, took apart the clutch, so a lot of stuff didn't work. Then I was moving and the clutch went out. Then I had to put a new clutch in it. And then I moved up to this house. And it sat and sat, and the mice got in it, and it got worse and worse and worse. It became like the collection for junk. So what I'm trying to say is it's time. It's time to get started on this truck. Now, this is a frame-off restoration job here. I mean, this is the full Monty, because it's, you know, family heirloom, all those things, so money is no object, blah, 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 blah. Now, I still want to try to be reasonable about it, because once this truck is completely finished and beautiful and the best it's ever been, it'll still only be worth $8,000 probably. So no sense in going overkill. Not that I would sell it, but no sense in going overkill on it. The other thing is like, you know, I have a life and bills and things. I can't just dump a crazy amount of money into this truck. And lastly, I want to be a driver. You know, I want to be able to actually use it and not feel bad about it. So we're not going for concourse. We're going for a good restored driver. But because it is a frame off, and I got that one that still needs to go to the body shop and be finished. That one's just, you know, living here and taking up space, which is needed for this project. And then the Comanche is, it's the Comanche. It's doing what it does. Space is limited, so the frame off portion of this restoration is probably still going to wait a little while. But we can get started on some stuff. We could try to get the engine to run a little better in its current state. This engine's coming out. It's going to get rebuilt. But I can buy a new carburetor for it. I can fix the vacuum lines, all that kind of stuff, and get it to at least kind of run okay in its current state. Take off a lot of stuff we already know we're getting to fixing, like this, right? This kind of stuff. There's a lot of this kind of stuff going on in this truck. Clean out the mouse droppings. Just generally clean it up. Try to get it to be some kind of a driver in the meantime. I got to get through California emissions. That's gonna be fun, because I don't have a vacuum diagram for this truck. I mean, there's this one, but I've already looked at it. It don't match what's going on in here. So a lot of customization work happened to this thing over the years. It used to have a camper on it when I was a kid, like a really little kid. It had the full camper deal, you know, like straight up out of the 70s, but it's an 80 truck. And it had lights on the inside of it and all this kind of crazy stuff. All this was carpet back then. And then, from what I understand, the camper got taken off for some reason, and then a storm came in and toppled it over the trunk of my grandparents' Camry, which later became my first car. So, yeah, the camper was destroyed, and it never got put back on. I wish I still had it, though. It had a cool eagle on it. It was cool. So, you know, try to get it through California emissions. Try to get some tags on it if we can. Start there, and then hopefully by then some of this other stuff will be taken care of and we'll have more room for pulling the body off of it and actually doing a ground up restoration job. I know I said that like 6 years ago. I said that like 6 years ago on another video, but for realsies this time, because I've been feeling the need to tinker. And the Jeeps, there's just nothing to tinker with them right now. They are in a state of waiting for one thing or another, or they're in a state of like, I'm happy with where it's at for now. So I just need to tinker. I need to tinker with something. And it's either going to be this or my buddy's Datsun. And I don't really think my buddy wants me just doing whatever I please with that, you know. So these two are like sisters, you know. They're a similar age. They're a similar color. They erased each other in my very first YouTube video ever. So they are like a pair. It's good to see them back together. My neighbor's pulling up now with all of his army of dogs because I got to fix his broken Honda car, as you see there. All right, let's end the video here, and I'll see you guys next time when we get to tinkering on it.